Challenges they face in the days and months ahead.
This is News Channel 5 at 10. News Channel 5, St. Louis's first and only news in high definition.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. It could be days before power is completely restored in Springfield, Illinois.
Twin twisters damage more than 1,000 homes. As many as 40 streets remain impassable because of downed power lines and debris. But the Springfield mayor stresses early warnings saved lives.
If nothing else, I think people need to learn that when they hear those sirens and they're going off for a considerable length of time, don't be lethargic about it because they really mean something. And, you know, we haven't had anything like this, so I think we all learned a lesson from that.
The last time tornadoes with this much force hit Springfield was nearly 50 years ago.
We took an aerial tour to better show the damage caused by the weekend storms. One of the hardest hit towns was Monroe City, Missouri, west of Hannibal. Federal experts now say 82 homes were damaged or destroyed by the twisters. The good news, power is 85% restored. 88 miles east of Monroe City, Highway 106 in Barrow, Illinois, remains closed due to downed power lines. Contractors are urging residents not to go around any barricades in and around Barrow because the downed lines make the situation too dangerous. And in Randolph County, Illinois, the new recreational center in Chester sustained major damage. Chester High School was supposed to open its baseball season there tonight, but now they're going to have to find another place to play.
And Mike, just days after deadly tornadoes whipped through the region, state emergency officials put the tornado warning system to the test. Sirens sounded in some towns, but others don't have a siren system. 75% of Jefferson County does not have sirens. Residents must rely on weather alert radios. School officials say it's important to make sure students understand and follow disaster drills.
Basically, most of these drills run real smooth because the teachers have talked to them many days in advance. Matter of fact, we start from the very first on dealing with safety drills. And when you live in Missouri and when you live in Jefferson County or you live in St. Louis County, you better be prepared.
So how did the sirens work? The results should be released on Wednesday. We'll let you know.
Governor Matt Blunt today asked President Bush for faster federal assistance to help this weekend's tornado victims.
Many Missourians are also seeking help in other places, including private insurance companies and the American Red Cross. News Channel 5's Ann Rubin has a closer look.
When a tornado touched down near Monmouth, Missouri, the Atherton family lost everything. Now they're dealing with injuries, taking inventory of damage, and filing insurance claims all at once.
Up here is where my parents were laying when they found them in the mud. And you can see the ambulance tracks are
The tornado critically injured the couple who lived here. Their mobile home destroyed, their belongings scattered in the storm.
Found the cordless telephone, some of the software for the laptop computer.
As the Athertons recover at the hospital, their son surveys the damage. All that's left of their home is its cinder block base.
This is the back door that we had. And then over here was the sliding glass door off the kitchen area.
Local churches are helping them clear debris, and a disaster center has been providing food and services. But for many tornado victims, dealing with insurance has been a top priority.
This is what we're about as an insurance company, is being here when people need us the most.
A State Farm field representative visited the Athertons this week to help them file a claim.
These people are in a hospital in St. Louis, and father's fighting for his life, so we can only talk with the children, and they've got to go by memory as to what's been here.
Agents say there are some basic steps to follow. First, tell the insurance company where you can be reached. Next, protect and clean up your property. Then meet with an adjuster for an initial inspection. And finally, compile an inventory of your personal property.
We tell them to do those necessary temporary repairs until we can get out to them, and always to retain their bills.
They came out yesterday and did a site survey and said everything was fine. It was all covered. Everything's going to be okay.
Despite this, the Athertons have a long road ahead. They say they're taking it one step at a time.
Just have to wait till tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings.
State Farm says it's handled 31,000 tornado claims in Missouri from this weekend's storms. American Family Insurance has handled another 10,000. For more information, you can visit our website at KSDK.com. Deanne.
All right, thank you, Ann. We now have some breaking news to tell you about. A wrong-way driver on Interstate 55 caused one death near Mount Olive, Illinois. The accident happened in the southbound lanes of the highway about 45 miles northeast of St. Louis. Arch helicopter has airlifted 3 people, we're told. They are being flown to St. Louis area hospitals. We'll have more details as they become available.
St. Louis police say a man was shot twice before crashing his car overnight in North St. Louis. 28-year-old D'Amico Black of St. Louis drove through a fence in the 3900 block of Penrose. His car ended up on the home's front steps. Officers found Black slumped across the front seat. He died from a gunshot wound to the chest. The car had several bullet holes. No arrests have been made. She survived a crash that killed her husband. Today, Annie Cole got out of the hospital. Cole was seriously injured last month when a driver being chased by police broadsided her vehicle. Pastor Nathaniel Cole was killed, as was the driver of the fleeing SUV. Annie Cole will need physical therapy to help her walk again.
A Wentzville home was condemned today after nearly 100 cats were found living inside. News Channel 5's Jeff Small has the story on the Night Beat.
A mother and daughter shared a small home with all those cats, and the homeowner says it was a bizarre situation she is glad to see end.
They were frightened and startled, unaware what was going on. Animal control officers spent hours carting away 90 cats from everywhere.
It's the last of the big ones.
The inside of the house has a very strong smell of urine.
The problem had clearly taken over Helen Reedovide's home and finances.
All of their hospitalization bills, everything. I'm running $1,000 a month.
The homeowner says the cat hoarding started with her daughter's obsession.
I hate to say this, but she stole every one of the neighbor's cats because she said they did not take care of them right.
The daughter reportedly took in any cat she believed needed a home. There were also 2 very elaborate cemeteries for cats right outside the home.
She'd buy these backpacks and she'd wrap them in silk and she'd put a toy and cat food. It was hell. Between her and the cats, I finally had it. I said, something's got to give.
It finally did Tuesday morning when police were called due to an argument over the cats. Shortly after, the cats were ordered removed and the home condemned.
People start having a pet or two. They really enjoy their pets. They love their animals. They want to take care of them. And they find that they just can't say no to the next one that comes to the door or the next person that drops one off.
No criminal charges are being filed. Code enforcement officials did condemn the home until it can be cleaned of excessive animal waste. All but 4 cats were taken to the St. Charles County Humane Services. Mike.
Jeff, thanks. Animal rescuers responded to another case of animal hoarding today. Investigators removed 137 dogs from a home in the boot heel town of Senith, Missouri. The animals have a wide range of medical problems. Tonight, they're being treated at the Humane Society in St. Louis. When the same property was raided 5 years ago, the owner gave up 170 dogs. No charges were filed then, but criminal charges are expected this time.
Battle lines are drawn over a plan by the Bush administration to sell off sections of national forest to fund rural schools. I-Team reporter Mike Owen says the battle runs right through the heart of Missouri's Mark Twain National Forest.
The Mark Twain National Forest covers 1.5 million acres of Missouri. Here's part of it between Columbia and Jefferson City. The Forest Service wants to sell off more than 21,000 acres in Missouri to fund rural schools, mostly in other states.
It's like me selling off my backyard because I don't have enough money to pay my bills.
You would never sell off your backyard.
Right, that's it. It's just a bad job of monetary management.
Guyette is a forestry professor at the University of Missouri who has lived in this house alongside the National Forest for more than 30 years. The government now wants to sell 2 tracts near his home. The government says they are inaccessible.
Well, certainly the accessibility for hunters is here. In fact, this is more accessible. People from Columbia and North Missouri hunt here because it is accessible.
Another reason for the sale, according to the Forest Service, is that the land in question isn't connected to other important land owned by the government. But that's not true, according to one opponent, who says the fragments are part of a greater whole.
In fact, the forests here are dense enough for bobcats, and there are lots of birds, warblers, and bigger ones, too. The man who lives here worries that the sale, if approved, will become a slippery slope.
If we have to sell off ground this year to pay for it and it doesn't fix it, we're going to sell off some more next year and following year until we get to Yellowstone Park and start selling it off.
Opponents of the plan are lining up to fight the sell-off. meeting last night near two of the tracts in question, giving the Forest Service managers reasons why the sale is a bad deal. The forest manager insists the land on the block is too hard to manage.
If you look at it from a business perspective and you talk about efficiency and effectiveness of federal government services, I think it probably is. Many of these lands are not available to the public. We don't have deeded access that provides them legal access, and therefore, from a business standpoint, it probably does make a good point.
The politicians are starting to line up on the issue as well. The Republican congressman representing this crowd now opposing the sale, as are state representatives and county officials. Mike Owens, News Channel 5.
Taxpayers can contact the Forest Service by mail or email. Go to our website, KSDK.com, for links to the Forest Service website to comment. The West Virginia mine where 12 men died finishes its investigation.
Next, what they found and when workers will return to their jobs.
Plus, government attorneys find out if they'll be able to have a 9/11 co-conspirator put to death.
And it touched off the state investigation in Florida. This teen's death at a boot camp was not the result of a blood disorder.
It was nice to have calm weather today. Plenty of sunshine, but those temperatures were below average for this time of the year. Looking ahead, well, we're going to change that. Stick around, I'll tell you how.
News Channel 5, first in high definition. This HD broadcast sponsored by Gershman Mortgage, St. Louis's most trusted name in home mortgages.
Great, another Mazda sales event.
With a killer lease on Mazda 3. That thing stomped my Civic.
And it's got more power and room than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla.
Are we the only ones worried about all this?
Apparently not. Ach du Lieber.
What did he say?
It's the biggest Mazdas on the Move sales event yet. Lease a 2006 Mazda 3i for $189 a month for 39 months with $29.99 to at lease signing. Just $189 a month. Hurry to your St. Louis area Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
We could be on the edge of a whole new era of choice in TV for consumers across Missouri. And if the General Assembly acts, everybody could win. Because of competition, subscribers who stick with cable and those who choose a new service will all get lower monthly prices, better service, and for the first time, a real choice. Missouri will benefit with more investment. When people get lower prices and more choices, everyone wins.
Tonight, Jay's all new with Wanda Sykes.
Even a blind man can see that I look nothing like Halle Berry.
And from The Office, King of the Geeks, Rainn Wilson.
I'm really more like Queen of the Geeks.
Plus, the new cars and a consumer alert.
Warning, audience will insert their own Dick Cheney joke.
And on Conan, Vin Diesel and The Sopranos' Jamie Lynn Sigler tonight.
All right, folks, you've got to hear this. Right now, at all Dobbs locations, all tires are all on sale. That's all tires all on sale right now at all Dobbs locations. That's all, folks.
Find the car you're looking for at Fuse.com. With over 5,000 new and used vehicles, the first stop in your car search is Fuse.com.
Gotta choose Fuse.
You're watching News Channel 5 at 10, now in high definition. With Karen Voss, Mike Bush, Chief Meteorologist Cindy Pressler, and Sports Director Rennie Knott.
Yesterday, it was the war in Iraq.
Today, President Bush rallied for something on his domestic agenda, the Medicare drug program. The success or failure of the program could become a key issue this election year, and the administration is working hard to win the support of seniors. President Bush stopped by a rural New York senior center to promote Medicare's drug benefit package.
In a new survey by America's Health Insurance Plans, 3 out of 5 self-enrolled seniors say they're saving money. Medicare says 26 million people are enrolled in the program, most of them automatically. The deadline to sign up without penalty is May 15th. The bodies of at least 87 men have been scattered throughout Baghdad. 29 were dug out of a single grave today. It appears to be retaliation for an attack in a Baghdad slum that killed 58 people and wounded more than 200 2 days earlier. Last month, a Shiite shrine was destroyed. More than 500 people were killed, many of them Sunnis. The judge in the Zacharias Moussaoui sentencing case says the government can continue to seek the death penalty. However, no testimony about aviation security will be allowed during the trial. The judge halted proceedings yesterday after finding out several upcoming witnesses had been coached by government attorneys. The jury, which reconvenes Wednesday, will decide whether Moussaoui should be executed or sentenced to life in prison.
The West Virginia coal mine where 12 men died will reopen tomorrow. Sago mine officials say their investigation shows a lightning strike ignited methane gas. The resulting explosion trapped the men deep inside the mine in January. By the time rescue teams reached them, all but one died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Survivor Randall McCloy Jr. is recovering from severe brain damage and other injuries. Prosecutors today confirmed a 14-year-old boy at a juvenile boot camp did not die from a blood disorder as a medical examiner initially ruled. A second autopsy on Martin Lee Anderson's body showed the teen probably died from a beating by guards. That beating was caught on tape. However, investigators say it will take months before the probe into the teen's death is completed.
Winds in Texas died down a bit today, giving firefighters a chance to get the upper hand on fires burning across that state. 11 fires have burned more than 700,000 acres, destroying dozens of homes and other buildings. The fires moved quickly across the prairie lands. At least 7 people died trying to escape their burning homes. 4 others were killed in auto accidents. Many of the 2,000 people evacuated returned to their neighborhoods only to find charred homes. But some were amazed by what was still standing.
We're worried about our main house. It's right below the hill right here. And last night we were here about 1 o'clock and the fire was right up to it, but for whatever reason you can't explain it, didn't get it. So we're back down here today hoping that it's okay. Unbelievable.
Firefighters are still building up the perimeter around the blazes. There's no rain in the forecast until this weekend, so the danger exists for even more fires. And Cindy's keeping a very close eye on the drought situation here as well.
Yeah, even though we've picked up quite a bit of rain over the weekend, it's still below average.
It's hard to believe because we had so much rain last week.
I know, it is hard to believe, but just to the east in Illinois, they're very wet there. Right. But from about St. Louis on to the west, that's where it's very dry. So we could use some rain. We don't have much in the forecast for the next 5 days. Let's take a look at our drought map here. Springfield, Missouri, the driest, and that goes down into Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. You saw all the fires there in Texas. That's due to very dry conditions. But Springfield is 2 inches below average. That is since January 1st. They've been picking up a little bit of rain, but not quite enough. Even into Kansas City it is dry, Des Moines, Iowa, over to St. Louis. Then we pick up quite a bit of rain. Look at Paducah, over 3 inches above average, almost 4. Springfield, Illinois, almost 2 inches above average. And Chicago, over 2 inches above average. So very wet off to the east. Temperatures today slip below average. 50 degrees was our high, 52 to the south. Even though we have plenty of sunshine, that gusty westerly wind made it feel colder than the actual temperature. Across the country, kind of zonal. We've got the warm air across South Texas, get a little cooler. So everything's kind of evenly divided across the country. And 50 degrees, not that cold when you consider it is only the middle of March. We were very spoiled the last couple of days with temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Jet stream coming back south again just a little bit, as by the time we go into Thursday, we're really going to see a drop in the temperatures as an Arctic high pressure system will drop in. As for tonight, some snow out there in the Rockies, ridge of high pressure strong in the Central Plains and the Mississippi Valley. That was our westerly wind. A little bit of rain and snow into Illinois. That will quickly slip onto the south and east. That shouldn't cause a problem tonight. And we're going to be mostly clear overnight, and temperatures will drop because of those clear skies and those calm winds. There's that little bit of rain that slipped into Chicago with some snow mixing in. And as far as our computer models, clouds increasing again by tomorrow afternoon, and there's a very slight chance, maybe a sprinkle or a shower from about St. Louis north, right along the Mississippi River, late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning. That system moves out. We'll go back to some sunshine again. And at this point, we've got a calm wind. Not too bad, but that's going to bring those temperatures down. 33 degrees at Chesterfield, 36 in Rolla. It is 37 degrees in Belleville, and everywhere it is mostly clear. Currently 40 degrees at Lambert, 45 downtown. Humidity 63%. The dew point is down there at 28 degrees. High today 50. Low this morning was 30, and no precipitation. Here's your forecast for the next 6 to 10 days. Temperatures below average. March has pretty much been like that. We should be around 57, 58 degrees for a high, and above average chance to pick up some rain. So let's let's hope we can get a little bit more. Stay away from the severe weather. We just want the general rain, and that'll help out with the lawns and the gardens and so forth. Here's your forecast for Wednesday. These clouds will stay mainly to the north until the afternoon. Then it'll become partly cloudy, but plenty of sunshine. Highs tomorrow in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Those winds will shift. We'll go to more of a south-southeasterly direction by the afternoon, and our winds are not going to be nearly as gusty as it was today. So your forecast for overnight will be mostly clear with a light wind. Chilly though. Lows around 32 degrees. I dropped it just a little bit because the winds have calmed down now. Tomorrow mostly sunny in the morning. Clouds beginning to move in by the afternoon with a southeasterly wind by your Wednesday afternoon. Highs reaching the upper 50s, and our extended forecast for the next 5 days. There's that little chance for some rain, maybe a sprinkle or two. 60 though for Thursday. Cold front comes in, and that'll bring those temperatures back down into the 40s again. And those 40-degree temperatures are going to last through the weekend, but at this point, it looks like it will stay mainly dry.
All right, Cindy, thanks. Here's an update now on tonight's fatal crash near Mount Olive, Illinois. Let's take you to the accident scene about 45 miles northeast of St. Louis. Southbound Interstate 55 has been closed at the Mount Olive exit. Police say a wrong-way driver hit an oncoming car. One person has died. Arch helicopter has flown 3 people to hospitals for treatment. We'll have more details on Today in St. Louis beginning at 5 a.m. on Wednesday. Turning now to sports, it has been a very busy day in the NFL with several players changing teams.
The Rams were among those making moves. Rennie's here with more.
Not exactly the big move everybody was waiting for, but a move nonetheless. Up next in sports, find out who they've picked up to help out on defense. Plus, the battle to be the number 5 pitcher in the Cardinals rotation is heating up. And see if Southwestern Illinois could move on towards a national championship by winning its 30th game in a row.
Next on Crisis America, overpopulation, Two's company, 300 million's a crowd. People are living longer. Experts blame Swedish automaker Volvo in their obsession with safety. Volvo's 50 years in America sales celebration can only make things worse, with attractive lease incentives. Volvo remains unapologetic. One need only read their slogan to know why.
At Schnucks, we make it.
At Schnucks, we know what modern life is like. Crazy schedules, different tastes. Whether you have time to prepare from scratch or need to simply heat and serve, Schnucks has a solution for you. Choose a quick meal from our Chef's Express selections in the deli, a fresh salad, or our always uncompromising produce, seafood, and meat departments. We help make your life just a little more sane.
At Schnucks, we make it easy.
This is one of the strongest weather systems we're ever going to see.
This severe weather season.
Powerful tornadoes ripped through Missouri and Illinois.
The most accurate.
It's unbelievable.
Most trusted name in local news.
You've got to stay aware and be alert.
Is NewsChannel 5.
There's a place in St. Louis with the hottest gambling action around, where the nightlife sizzles with live entertainment, distinctive dining, and all the fun and excitement you expect from Harris St. Louis.
At Ford, we believe that you should get more thrills with the Ford Focus. It's got driving fun written all over it. So hug those curves without a care in the world. Buy or lease a new Ford Focus, and for a limited time, we'll match your down payment up to $500. Now get $2,500 cash back or 0.9% APR on a 2006 Focus, only at your Quality Ford store.
Cardinals Sidney Ponson and Anthony Reyes are fighting for that 5th spot in the rotation. Both pitched today against the Yankees, and Ponson may have gained an edge. He went 4 innings and gave up just 2 hits, although one of the hits is a solo home run by Robinson Cano. No problem, folks, because Chris Duncan continues to impress at the plate for the Cardinals. He takes Randy Johnson, the big unit, deep. Duncan's 4th home run of spring training. Reyes pitches the last 4 innings. The Yankees take him for 5 hits and 2 runs, but Reyes does strike out 2, including the final batter for the win. 4-3 Cardinals is the final Reyes gets the victory. His ERA is 8.68. Ponsone's ERA is 4.50. The Cardinals play the Marlins tomorrow. Mark Mulder will be making the start. Hey, Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols at the plate tonight at the World Baseball Classic for the Dominican Republic. The bases are loaded. The score is tied. There are 2 outs, and the ball gets away from Aaron Hernandez, and the winning run scores. And the Dominican Republic beats Venezuela 2-1. The Dominicans advance into the tournament's semifinals. Congrats to SIU Edwardsville. The Cougars beat Southern Indiana tonight 64-60, and they advance into the Elite Eight of the NCAA Division II tournament. Southwestern Illinois College hosting Mineral Area College. The winner goes to the National Junior College Tournament. Watch SWIC's Lance Stemler, the fake in the bucket. Later, SWIC's Aram Adams hits a jumper. Southwestern Illinois College wins 83-65. The Blue Storm have won 30 games in a row. Hampton taking on Monmouth tonight. The winner to be the 64th team in the NCAA tournament. Chris Kinney knocking them down for Monmouth. He hit a career-high 6 3-pointers in the game. Monmouth wins 71-49. Up next for Monmouth is Villanova on Friday. There were some big moves today in the NFL. The Vikings trading quarterback Dante Culpepper to the Dolphins, and the Saints signing free agent QB Drew Brees. The Rams, though, made a small move. They signed free agent cornerback Fakir Brown to a 5-year contract. Brown has just 3 career interceptions in 6 seasons, but he is familiar to Rams defensive coordinator Jim Haslett. He played for him for 4 years in New Orleans. Rams free agent defensive tackle Ryan Pickett paid a visit to the Buffalo Bills today. While Pickett has been a disappointment with just 6 career sacks in 75 games, he would be a big loss for the Rams, who lack depth on the defensive line. The Blues will know tomorrow just how long they'll have to go without goalie Curtis Sanford. He had an MRI exam today, 1 day after needing to be helped off the ice. He got hurt in the second period of last night's win over Columbus. They initially diagnosed him with a sprained knee. The Blues plan on calling up Reinhard Divas, and once he clears waivers, Divas will back up goalie Patrick Lalime. The Missouri River Otters will have a woman in the lineup tomorrow night when they host Flint. In an effort to bring awareness to colon cancer, Molly McMaster is suiting up. She's a survivor of the disease. And when she's on the ice, she doesn't expect to be treated like a lady.
He was curling one way, I was curling the other, and we both looked up and saw each other at the last second, so he laid me out pretty good.
Any injuries?
I broke a nail the other day. Does that count?
Gotta hate it when that happens. And finally tonight, a couple of St. Louis high schools are benefiting from some house cleaning by the Rams. The Rams are getting new equipment for their weight room. Some of the used pieces were put on a truck this afternoon and delivered to Beaumont and Vashon High Schools as part of the NFL's Play It Smart program. The donations will be put to good use.
In this case, this is specifically designed for making a football player a better football player and making him a better conditioned athlete. And I just think it's a great way to utilize equipment that we don't really have room for anymore.
One more high school score, this one from Illinois. Edwardsville beats East St. Louis tonight 53-41. So Edwardsville, now 30-0, moves on to the state finals over in Illinois.
Good for them. Molly's going to look tough tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cindy has a last look at Wednesday morning's forecast.
Stay with us.
Redesigned 2006 Saturn Vue. Get a new 2006 Saturn Vue front-wheel drive 4 manual for around $229 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
Where have you been? I called. What? We missed out on a gig, man. I told you to get Sprint's fair and flexible plan. No roaming charges, no huge overages. Use your phone how and when you want.
I'm switching to Sprint.
You'd finally be in control of something.
I'd be nothing without you.
I know.
With Sprint's Fair and Flexible plan, you control your plan. It doesn't control you. Plans start at $29.99. Sprint. Yes, you can.
Feeling a little left behind? The cable company is trying to stop new TV and internet technology from coming to Missouri. The bill in the General Assembly would give you a real choice to cable TV. In other parts of the country, when people were given a real choice, cable TV instantly dropped its prices 25%. Call us now. If you want the status quo, call cable. If you want a real choice, call us.
When it comes to letting loose, nobody tears it up like we do. And now during Truck Month, we're kicking it up a notch with great deals on our hardest players. There's a Dakota, the only one in its class with V8 power plus best-in-class towing and overall interior space. And a Durango with Hemi V8 featuring fuel-saving MDS technology and seating for 8. See your local Dodge dealer, because while the good times always roll here, Truck Month won't be playing long. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus a no extra charge bed liner on all Dodge trucks.
Get set for March Mania at Value City. Enter our fantastic Final Four giveaway now to win a trip to the Final Four. Plus, see every game on a brand new 20-inch LCD TV for only $399.99. Get NCAA team gear like screen tees, just $4.99. And dress off the court with 25% off our entire stock of men's casual and dress shoes. Hurry, March Mania ends Saturday. You gotta see the V. Value City.
St. Louis's most experienced.
We do have a snow advisory for the St. Louis area. Heavy snow is moving into the metro area.
St. Louis's most accurate.
The snow has been falling steadily for about 4 hours now.
St. Louis's most trusted.
10 to 15 below zero, so bring in those pets.
Please be careful when you're out here in the snow.
St. Louis's most complete weather coverage.
Keep in mind those snow flurries are going to be around.
The highway has been shut down due to an accident.
Only on News Channel 5.
We're going to enjoy a nice warm-up the next couple of days.
No winter-like weather tomorrow.
That's
no,
right.
It'll be beautiful. Plenty of sunshine, especially in the morning. Just a few clouds by the afternoon. Highs 59 to 60 degrees. Winds will be much lighter than they were today, so it'll actually feel like 59 tomorrow.
All right, Cindy, thanks. And there you have it. News Channel 5 at 10. Thanks for watching.
Remember to start your day with Today in St. Louis, beginning at 5 tomorrow morning. And tonight we salute the children at Parkside Primary Center in Bethalto.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is next. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
News Channel 5, the only local news in high definition.